Now, here's my take.
Oh god!
You should
what you look like you're about to burst. What are you about to drop?
You should never tell someone you like them because I think it ruins it every single time. If you were to if you were to turn around and say to someone, "I like you," it makes things. It changes whatever it was that you were, wherever that relationship was. It becomes something different.
I think it does if it's too early. I think if you let it take its natural course and then things go well. And you end up together, and then you're in a comfortable place, and then you can say you like each other. I think that's fine. Because I don't think we should be giving out the advice here that you should get into a relationship and then never tell that person you like them the whole time you're together.
That's obviously different. But if you're dating someone, I don't think you should tell them.
Too early on. But I think like your actions will show that you like them.
Yeah.
And you can insinuate, you can say things like, I had a really good time tonight, smiley face. Like that's basically saying... I'm really enjoying your company without saying, I have picked out my dress. And I
started pinning
turning
my
up at the next
again.
day, full Miss Havisham in a dress covered in cobwebs. I do! Yeah, that's obviously going to ruin things, but...
I know what you mean. I know you live for the chase with a man.
I love the chase, but I also like to know where I stand, and that's my problem. I think I like to know what people think of me, and if someone is really hard to read... drives me up the wall because I'm like, I don't know if you like me. Like, I don't know.
I think everyone
and
likes...
if I don't know, I don't want to say to you, I like you, because I don't know if you like me too, because that will just fuck things up.
It's the fear of rejection.
I hate it.
But I think everyone likes the kind of one-way rule of like, I want to know where I stand with you, but I don't want you to know about me. I don't want you to know anything about me. I'm going to keep you at arm's length from me. Yeah. And I'm going to be this elusive chanteuse. But I want to know everything you think about me immediately. And I think that's where, you start rocking the boat. But no, I think I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a real tough one.
As long
it's very like instance dependent, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're constantly the one making the first move, then
don't tell him.
Then you're probably too keen and just back off. But yeah.
Don't back off. Just like take a back step for a second and let him come to you. See if he comes to you. If he does, then crack on. Tell him.
And like I said, I think you can do other things that suggest you like someone without having to say it. And putting yourself out there. And then when you are in that comfortable place, like away.
Like away.
like away.
So you heard it here first. That's your advice from the Fagony Aunts.
Now get out of here.
Get out of here!
And keep the change, you filthy animal.
Okay, so we have another one here from a non. It says...
I always think you say a nun. And I wish one episode we'll get a problem in from a nun who's like, well, I've been really battling with my beliefs in God, and I've just...
A whole congregation of nuns would be fabulous.
Anyway.
It says...
A non.
I'm gay and in my late 40s, but when is it too late to look for love?
Never. When you're dead, that's when it's too late.
When you're dead.
That's true. It's like, it's like when you see like people who are like 80 and then they find someone on their holiday in Benidorm and then they get married.
I am always really terrified of getting older. Like the thought of getting older
it's happening as we speak.
I know, it's terrifying.
Why? What's your biggest fear about getting old?
Like not knowing whether or not I'm going to find other people my age attractive.
Oh, I totally get that.
You get the fear. Like no, imagine
being 25. Imagine.
I will in a few months.
Imagine being 25, but it being totally okay to fancy buff 25-year-old men. But imagine being 85, but still fancying 25 buff men.
I mean, 85-year-olds do that already.
Yes, but it's more...
Imagine finding...
I can't imagine being 85 and finding another 85-year-old attractive.
Yeah, that's what terrifies me.
Maybe it's because we're not in that space, we can't imagine it. Because I remember being 18 and thinking, like, God, people in their mid to late 20s, I'm not going to find them attractive.
But I know, look, my thing is... Do you not find like 18, 19-year-olds like really unattractive? Like young gays?
Yes, that's what I mean. Like at 18, I thought, 25 to 30, I won't. They're really old, but now I am in that age.
I find younger people really unattractive just because their personalities. I'm like, oh god.
No, I say if someone on Grindr or Chappy, or I get introduced at a party and someone's like 18, 19, I think, I have nothing in common. I'm never gonna be able to have a conversation.
You were born after the millennium.
Yeah, you were born when I was at my first job. This is never gonna work. But when I was 18, I would have looked at someone who was like 30 and thought, God, when are they going to die? It's all relative. So I think maybe it's just because we're not in that mind frame. And so when we're 85, we will find other 85s if there are any of our friends alive still. But 40 is right smack bang in the middle of all of that. So
exactly, 40, you're at your
It's not too late, is
and
it?
also, gays.
You're at your gay peak at your 40s.
Definitely.
You've got all your hobbies nailed. You kind of know what you like doing with yourself.
You've got your work life sorted. You've got your home life sorted. You could just
condo.
go on holidays 17 times a year.
You've got your beach house.
Yeah.
You've got your allotment. But no, you're right. It's like when you're 18, you think you know everything. And you know shit. And then, but it's not like being 90 and being so out of the loop that you don't know what's going on in the real world. Yeah, 30, 40, 50, you're like on top of the world. You are fully, and you're adult enough to run your own life, but still enough, current enough to know what's going on in the world. Speed dating. I've never done it myself, but I get invited very often.
What, dating on speed?
No, that's not what it is. All right, calm down, Jim Davidson.
Fuck off.
I think there's lots of places. It's very in now.
What, speed dating?
Yeah, loads of places do. Loads of pubs and bars.
I think the hardest thing is just putting yourself out there. It's taking that first step to saying, right, I'm going to put myself in a new crowd of people.
Yes, but only that. It's putting yourself in a new crowd, but not necessarily going, I'm going to find myself love, because then you won't find it. I think just go, right, I'm going to change my route to work or start hanging out with different people, and then it will happen naturally, the love thing.
Yeah, meeting new people is the first step to finding love.
Yeah, and definitely don't force it. Go and do something you love, because that's when you'll meet someone that you have something in common with. Or just get a dog, because they're great.
Dogs, speed dating, apps.
The pub. Don't rush it.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
There you go.
They're your top tips for finding love.
And when Josh starts summing up me and Ollie's comments, it's time to finish. He wants us to finish now.
I want to wrap them up because they're yabbling on about something. Okay. Thank you very much for listening to our wonderful podcast. Don't forget.
All right.
Cool.
We'll let them be the judge of that.
Don't forget, you can listen to last week's episodes and the week before on Spotify, Apple Music, and online. Thank you very much for listening. I have been Joshua Manoon.
I've been Phil Perry.
And I will always be Ollie last.